Welcome to week 2 of session 3. Let's take a look over here at our calendar. So this is linked at the top of Schoology. We started session 3 last week, December 1st, and we did development. We did career exploration, professional development, research, and setting goals based on what your potential career path would look like. And we put that data in. This week, we're going to do pre-production and wrap that up so we can jump into production, which we should have 2 full weeks for production or more, depending on how focused your team is. So let's take a look. You're going to finish this document and make sure you do both sides, and you're going to hand it back to me. So your team is going to get this from me today. You're going to finish filling this out, and then you're going to be working on these 3 assignments this week. What does that look like? Well, in film, you have set limitations for yourself. You looked at career stuff last week, and now this week, you've got a bunch of stuff to do. So first on your team, which role is each person going to take on? Now we have teams of 4-ish, but I need people to figure out who's going to be doing Scrum Master, Producer, Organizer. And please decide that with your team. Then fill out this stuff for the pre-production stuff. So you're going to continue working on that. Then we'll talk more about the pre-production planning and research. This is your specific training. What are you going to do to upgrade your skills? This is individual, and we'll talk about that. That's due this week as well. Also, these 2 sections. So this is stuff where we're going to be writing in our blog. And so this is a yes, no, that you've done it. And your team has to come up with a timeline, a budget, and evidence that you planned and organized this week. Okay. Now, in game design, it's very similar. So you have your limitations, you have the professionalism, the career research we did last week. The same thing here, who's going to do which role. And then you're filling in the game details here. We do need a done doc for the game, and it could be anybody on your team, or if you're solo, you're going to enhance that, upgrade it, etc. Make sure that gets done. And then you're going to be delving into the same thing. What professional development are you going to do to upgrade your skills, essentially level up? And so you need to find a tutorial. You got to find people who are really good at your craft. Who are they to justify? And then you'll fill in your blog post and so on and so forth. And so we'll talk about this in class. Again, it's the same for all my classes, that you're going to be doing a blog post with some criteria. And then lastly, rock looks very similar. Limitations you're doing for yourself, what you're focusing on for yourself or your team. And we did our career stuff last week. And again, same roles here. So who's going to take on one of these? And then if you're doing songwriting, I want you to take a look at the music machine. It's pretty awesome. And it's something that can help you with production of ideas, and it's a great workflow. So pre-production tasks, this is again for each team or individual. You're filling this information out, okay? And that's due, again, as soon as possible. You'll notice there's question marks at the due dates at the top here. That's just because all of it's due this week, and I want to talk to advanced students about how we put all this together. Like, when should we have different sections due? By the way, this spreadsheet will be projected up on the screen every day this week, so that as you're getting things done and checking things off, we can mark things off. And again, yellow will mean it's not done yet. So we're going to keep moving this along as we get these pieces done for production. This stuff should make sense. Same thing. It's like, what is your primary source? Who's really good at your job or a song you're going to mimic? And then why is it a good idea to follow that? That's what the secondary source is. You're setting a goal for yourself, and then you're finishing up the blog post components that are due this week. And again, I'll share that with you later in the week, because we're going to modify it a little bit. All right, that sums up the stuff. It's going to be a great week. And again, pre-production doesn't have to last the whole week. You can get moving through this material, and as soon as you get things done, you can move on to the next phases of things. It's going to be a good week. Take care.